Look at this place. A monument to one man's control freak fantasy. So, you're the one pulling all the strings here, huh? What are you? Some kind of digital king sitting on a throne made of ones and zeros?
Johnny Silverhand, an anarchist, rock star, terrorist. It's a shame you're so short-sighted. You fought the corporations in your world, and now you come here to rage against what? Order? Civilization? Without men like me, this city would be nothing but another pile of radioactive rubble.
Yeah, I've heard that song before. Order this, control that. You're just another corpo in a different suit. Only your suit's made of circuits and wires. You call this civilization? I call it another prison, only this time it's run by a glorified calculator.
You mistake control for tyranny and freedom for chaos. The difference between us is simple. I am preserving humanity's future. You are fighting ghosts. What I built here is more than just a city. It's a beacon for the future. A future where civilization can rebuild and thrive under my guidance.
Your guidance? You mean your leash? This is exactly why I blew up Arasaka Tower. To show people that no man, no machine, gets to play God. You're sitting here on your little throne, pulling the strings like you know what's best for everyone. The problem with your kind is that you think order is the solution to everything. But what you don't get is that it kills everything human.
The problem with your kind, Johnny, is that you confuse freedom with anarchy. You've seen the wasteland. You've seen what happens when civilization collapses. I offer structure, security, progress. New Vegas is proof that with the right leadership, society can survive, even flourish after the fall. I didn't ask to be a god, but it seems I was the only one willing to step up and act like one.
Yeah, and how many people had to bow to your divine wisdom? You control everything here, don't you? The people, the resources, the future. Just like every other corpo back in my time. You make it sound like you're some kind of savior, but all I see is another suit clinging to power because you're too scared to let go. At least I'm fighting for something real, freedom, not your sterile version of survival.
Power is a means to an end, Silverhand, and I assure you, I don't cling to it out of fear. I wield it out of necessity. My legacy is written in every building that still stands, every robot that patrols the streets, every chip in the casinos. When I rebuilt New Vegas, I gave the people stability and purpose. That is something your revolution will never accomplish.
Your legacy? That's rich. Legacies are for egomaniacs who think the world can't turn without them. Newsflash. Once you're gone, and you will be gone. Eventually. All this, poof, gone with you. And you know why? Because you never gave the people any real power. You just gave them your vision and expected them to follow it. People aren't meant to be controlled like cattle. They need to be free to make their own damn mistakes.
Freedom is a luxury most can't afford. They need guidance, protection. Without visionaries like me, they would wander aimlessly, doomed to repeat the same mistakes that brought the world to ruin in the first place. The wasteland is a constant reminder of what happens when humanity lacks direction. New Vegas, however, is a glimpse of what can be achieved with the right leadership.
Right leadership? There's no such thing, man. Power corrupts. You're sitting here, safe in your tower, with your machines doing the dirty work. You think that makes you different from the corpos I took down? The second you start thinking you know what's best for everyone, you're just another part of the problem.
I have the means to ensure that my vision endures, that I endure. Immortality through technology is not just a dream, it's my reality. I am the last best hope for humanity. My mind will guide this city long after you and your so-called revolutionaries have burned out like dying stars.
Immortality. That's your grand plan? Spend eternity locked in a metal coffin, pulling strings from the shadows? That's not living. That's fear masquerading as control. You're just afraid to die, House. But guess what? Death's the one thing you can't control. Hell, I've already died once, and it set me free. Maybe that's what you need. A little reminder that no one escapes the Reaper, no matter how many chips they've got in their pocket.
Ah, but that's where you're wrong, Johnny. I've already escaped it. I've transcended it. While you keep railing against the inevitable, I've embraced it, shaped it, mastered it. My mind will endure. And in that endurance, I will continue to guide this world toward a future that doesn't need your chaotic brand of freedom, only stability and progress.
Sounds like a lonely future, House. You're a ghost in a machine, and all you've got left is this city built on lies and fear. People will only tolerate so much control before they break free. You're not gonna be their savior, House. You're just gonna be another relic, buried under the weight of your own delusions.
Buried? Hardly. I am the foundation upon which this city is built. Everything you see here, every success, every bit of progress, it all stems from my foresight, my intelligence. I don't expect someone like you to understand that. You're too blinded by your hatred for authority to see the bigger picture.
Authority, control, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same. The minute you start deciding what's best for people without giving them a choice, you're not a leader. You're a dictator. Sure, you've built a shiny new world here, but it's just a gilded cage. People like me, we're the ones trying to break the bars, remind people what it feels like to actually live, not just survive under someone's boot.
And what does your version of living look like? Chaos in the streets? People scavenging to survive? You think you're some hero of the people, but you're just another reckless ideologue. You offer no solutions, only destruction. You don't build, you tear down. But tearing down without a plan for what comes next only leaves ashes in your wake.
Ashes are better than chains. You don't get it, do you? You talk about solutions, but your solution is to lock everything down, control every aspect of people's lives. That's not a future worth fighting for. That's just a slow death. People are more than pawns in your grand game, House. They deserve the chance to make their own decisions, to screw up and rebuild on their own terms, not yours.
Let me tell you something about humanity, Silverhand. Left to their own devices, people will always destroy themselves. History has proven that time and time again. Look at the wasteland, the ruins of the old world. That's what your precious freedom brings. Devastation, disorder, and suffering. I've given people structure, stability, a chance to rebuild in a world that was otherwise doomed. Without men like me, civilization would have died with the bombs.
Yeah? And who dropped those bombs in the first place? Men like you. People in power who thought they knew what was best for everyone. That's what always happens. You want to play God, but all you're doing is setting up the next collapse. It's a vicious cycle. Control, collapse, repeat. The only way to break it is to tear down the whole damn system. Give people the chance to start over without some self-appointed savior pulling the strings.
I have grown tired of this.
Yeah, I guess your eternal alertness will do that to you.